I'm back. Hi, welcome to Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Subscribe right now, leave any comments in the comment section, like and share the video as well. It's a SmackDown preview for you now. Now, I haven't been on the channel for quite a few days. I've been under the weather, I've not been feeling very well. You probably can hear the sound of my voice. I'm still not fully back, but I've been away from the channel for near enough a week now, and I wanted to put a video on, and with SmackDown this evening and some matches already been announced for you to give a good preview, I decided this is a good opportunity to come back. I'm also going to give you a video on TNA, so look out for that, and as well just the latest and breaking news also. So 3 videos are going to be put up in quick succession, so do keep an eye out for this channel right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. But let's get into SmackDown for you. It's going to take place from the Reach Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin this evening, and the main event of the show will see the champion AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, and if Dean Ambrose wins, he becomes the #1 contender. As well as that, knowing already that James Ellsworth is booked for tonight's SmackDown, so he will be in attendance. As well as that, there's a no DQ match booked for Bray Wyatt versus Kane, and the return of SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch as well, but there's no word if she'll be wrestling at the moment. So looking at this then, I mean, obviously it's good to see that Becky Lynch is returning. Of course, she did make her in-ring return in a live event this past weekend. Looking at the no DQ match, it doesn't really interest me at all, but I feel Bray Wyatt will come out on top of this. He has to surely come out on top of this, especially with Luke Harper by his side. I feel they're building towards the casket match after last week. Could that be potentially the night after Halloween on SmackDown next week? We'll have to wait and see as another gimmick match. I think it's also sad to say that Dean Ambrose will become the #1 contender as well for the WWE World Championship. Whether James Ellsworth is the person to help Dean Ambrose get the victory over AJ Styles, time will tell. But this will be the 3rd time we've seen Ambrose versus Styles, and I guess maybe the circumstances are different kind of each time, so it kind of keeps it sort of fresh, but I'm kind of getting a little bit bored of this now because I kind of feel Ambrose is going to win this evening, which means we're going to get a 4th match. AJ Styles needs a program going forward. He's basically just waiting for John Cena to come back so they can finish off their feud, and of course Randy Orton is stuck in his feud with Bray Wyatt. I do feel it'd be more interesting at the moment if SmackDown was to mix up a little bit. Maybe if AJ Styles was injected in the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt feud going on, that would be more exciting, because then we wouldn't 100% know where the championship is going to be at the moment. We know AJ Styles is definitely going to retain at least until the Royal Rumble. At the minute, we're not so sure what's going to happen other than that. You're probably wondering what I'd do with Dean Ambrose. Then I'd probably put him in a feud with someone like Baron Corbin, who's also going to be on the show, because the other point is who can tame the lone wolf on SmackDown this evening. So I imagine Baron Corbin's probably going to go on a good run of squashing some opponents in the minute. I think that's a good thing. They need to build him up. They need to make something of him on SmackDown. And I think a good rivalry will come at the end of this, and who that will be, time will tell. And last but certainly not least, will we see the live debut of Kurt Hawkins? Well, let's just hope not, and let's hope it's kept to a minimum, because for me this gimmick really isn't working, and I'm not enjoying it on SmackDown. It's probably one of the low points on the show at the moment, but that seems to be everything there in a nutshell for you. As well as that, other little bits of news that I hadn't caught up on, I'll give to you very quickly in this video. AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles saying that he wanted that. He teased it with a big picture as well on his Twitter. The internet went wild when it happened, but I'm going to say for myself very quickly, I would have loved to have seen this match take place, and I still would love to see the match, but I don't think it's going to ever happen. I would have loved to have seen the match in 2009, 2010. That would have been the perfect time. Shawn Michaels has been retired since WrestleMania 26. He's not going to come out of retirement, and even if he was to, he's not in that sort of same shape. I don't think he would go the same now. I'm going to be honest, I don't want to see the spotlight taken from anybody else either. I want to see people built up for the future. I think this is what's wrong with wrestling today. We've relied on the past wrestlers for far too long without building new stars and making them actually get to the top. When we get to a WrestleMania, we can't keep calling back the old guard. We need to have time where these new guys get time to shine, and because of the fact that they've not been going over the old guard that well either when it comes to these super shows, it makes it, these superstars seem less creditable when it goes forward. And this is why people now have got to the point where for the rest of the year, when these special stars that come in on these special occasions aren't there, nobody cares. This is why it's happening. We need to build the new stars properly. Now, speaking of a new star, James Ellsworth, can we really call him a star? He's outsold everyone with that awful looking t-shirt. It's actually top of the merchandise sales on WWE's shop.com apparently last week. James Ellsworth, there's rumours that he could actually be in the Royal Rumble main event Now, I'm assuming that's the Royal Rumble match itself as a surprise entrant. That, for me, would kind of work as an entrant in the Royal Rumble. I've got no complaints with that at all. There is rumours he could get a contract with WWE. Look, fair play to James Ellsworth. He's actually taken something and turned it into something. It really is one of these true underdog stories. WWE try and make these underdog stories work all the time, and only certain circumstances does it work. I mean, Daniel Bryan, it worked. They've tried to do it with loads of other people, and it's like Roman Reigns even. That's not an underdog story. It doesn't work. Everyone that gets to WWE gets to WWE somehow, but James Ellsworth was meant to be a jobber, and I still think he would be. If he signed a full-time contract with WWE, he's not going to be someone that's going to come in and be, Intercontinental Champion. I know he actually challenged for the WWE World Championship, but come on, let's get serious, people. He was never going to win it. He's not going to win that belt. He would be a glorified Zack Ryder if he came in. He would never be anything more than that. He possibly would have a job for life, and let me say, No Chin Music was absolutely genius. I found it hilarious. But, I mean, he's going to be a jobber. He's not going to be anything special if he signs the dotted line. And that's just me putting my opinion forward for you there. But that's everything for you anyway on this particular video. I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, #SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. I hope to bring more videos to you. You're going to have 2 more given to you later today. So to keep an eye out on the channel. I'll try and bring more for you through the week. Like I say, I've been feeling under the weather, but I'm going to try and give you all the news as it comes. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, #SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Take care.